here's Tom Mitchell. Good. All right, Tommy. How you doing? Okay. You said you're supposed to be here with you or not? For the property and I don't know. Okay. Okay, just right on that line right there. Oh, over here. Okay, Dick. Okay, you guys stay out here for a minute. I'd like to welcome everybody here today, not only to see a couple of soccer games, but also to help us inaugurate the first game being played on our new facility here in Lynbrook. Before I introduce some of the people who were responsible for making this all happen, I'd like to give you a little brief history about how it happened. You can go back about 2 or 3 years ago, and trustee Kevin Kelly came up with a dream. He's also the liaison to the recreation department, and at that time he realized that down at Grice Park we were getting overloaded between soccer, lacrosse, and baseball, and we were running out of room. So Kevin decided he had to start searching around the village for another facility to take the overload. Luckily, he found this property right here. This property belonged to the county at the time, so he did all the necessary legal procedure that he had to do, and eventually he worked it out that we could use this property. So through the cooperation of Kevin, our county executive Tom Galata, and our county legislator Francis Becker, we were able to work this whole program out. So as you see, we have a soccer field here today. We also got cooperation from the county to help us with our fencing. Then the village picked up the rest of it. I'd also like to thank the superintendent of the DPW, Phil Healy, for having his crew come down here and making this all happen. So before we ask some of our people to say a few words, we'd like to start out by having these young men lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Okay, boys.
Here we go. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now I'd like to call on Andrea Arias. Andrea is going to sing the national anthem for us. Andrea is the daughter of Frank Arias, who's very active in our soccer program.
Oh, see, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Very good.
Thank you.
How about that, huh? Okay, next I'd like to call on our county executive, Tom Galata.
Thank you very much, and I thank you for the opportunity to join with you this morning. And I am delighted that in working with the village, with the town, particularly the village officials who are here today and the mayor who cannot be here, that we were able to provide this field. And it was for one reason. It was for the young people. And so too I want to thank all of the adults and the parents who are here, because without you, our children, our sons and daughters, wouldn't have the opportunities that they have, whether it be in the recreational field or in so many other areas. One of the reasons why this is such a wonderful community in which to live is because people truly care about each other, and working at all levels of government and with the families and parents, we provide facilities for family-oriented activities. So each of these young people will be able to share an experience of teamwork and camaraderie and develop in a fashion that perhaps children in other areas will never have the opportunity to do. It's because of you and because of people like the village officials who were concerned and who took the time to work out an agreement so that this field could be here today. I hope to all of those young people who are playing that you have a very, very successful season, but equally as important, I hope that you have a healthy and a safe one. And could I just ask you to have one special round of applause for your parents and all that they do for you year-round? Thanks for letting me join with you. God bless you. Have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. Next, I'd like to call on Tom Michio, one of our trustees here in the village, representing the mayor today.
Thank you, Dick. Again, this is a wonderful day. The mayor and the board worked very hard on this, but the one trustee who did the absolute most was my good friend and colleague Kevin Kelly. I know he started this a number of years ago and did really a yeoman's job to get this all done. And there's so many people we as a village need to thank. And first, I'd like to again thank Kevin. I'd like to also thank Dick Flynn, our Director of Recreation, who put in a lot of time on this. Also, our Superintendent of Public Works, Phil Healy, whose men also put a lot of time, especially in the end of the last couple of days, making sure that the field was ready for play today. It was a difficult job with all of the snow that we had. Also today we have the man holding the camera, Mike Schindler, Channel 79, our village channel, who's graciously took some time out today to cover this as a remote shoot. The County of Nassau, our County Executive, Tom Galata, again, without their cooperation, this does not happen. Also, Tony Santino, our councilman on the Town of Hempstead Board, again, without their cooperation, this does not happen. So it's really a wonderful day for Lynbrook Recreation, for the village of Lynbrook. This is the third facility that we have, and it's just wonderful. I'm looking forward to seeing some games and maybe even coaching a game or two myself down here. And finally, one more thank you to Al Risordo, the president of the Lynbrook Soccer Club, for all the work that he does for the kids here in Lynbrook.
Thank you, Tom. Now I'd like to call on the man of the hour, Kevin Kelly.
Thank you, Richard. The thank yous have gone out already. We know who was responsible. There are some other players in the deal that we have to thank. Carmen Dunn, Dick Schroeder put a lot of time and effort into making sure that this field fit in this property, that every tree was taken down where it needed to be taken down. What trees are going to be planted will be planted again. We thank the DPW, we thank Phil Healy, but the people below Phil Healy, Frankie Dorr and his group, Keith Bono and his group, we just can't thank them for all the hard work they did here. Yes, this was a dream I had. I saw this piece of property that was an eyesore to not just the village, but obviously to every resident up here. And I want to thank those residents who thanked me personally in the street, by letter, or by phone for taking this piece of property and making it a beautiful, beautiful site that they can sit and watch children play day after day after day. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, Kevin. I'd like to bring up Town Councilman Anthony Santino.
Well, thank you very much. It's really a pleasure to be here this morning. This is a great celebration for Lynbrook, and this really shows you what government should be doing, working together, working with the community to build a better way of life. It's fields like this, it's facilities like this that make Lynbrook such a special place to live, that make Nassau County and the town of Hempstead one of the finest places to live in the country. And let's never forget that. We live in one of the finest places to live in the entire United States, and it's because of people like you working together, people like your village officials here in Lynbrook, coming together to build something that's going to be used for generations to come to help young people grow and mature and prosper into citizens who will take over from us and continue to make Nassau County great well into the 21st century. It's an honor to be here. It's a privilege, and let me wish you all the best of luck, and may nothing but good things happen on this field for generations to come. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tony. I'd like to introduce a few more people. We have our Deputy Mayor here today, Bill Hendrick. Also, we have Trustee Maury Foreman. And naturally, Al Risotto, who's the president of your league. And hiding in the back there, we have our village clerk, Carol Hansen. Okay, the next thing we want to do here is have a ceremonial kickoff to start the season. Let's go to the center circle here. You want to take over?
Sure. Just kick it to the, one's going to kick it to the other, that's all. Just get briefly, yeah. Bottom switch. Okay. Okay. All right, we're going to have a ceremonial kickoff to kick off our first game here at the new Lynbrook Junior Soccer Park. You going to kick it? Yes, Mr. Kelly and Mr. Galata are going to take the opening kickoff. Okay. Mr. Galata and Mr. Kelly for the opening kickoff.
Back up, guys, a little bit. Back up. Right there. Yes. Ready?
All right. All right, let's get started. Thank you, everybody. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
We're here after the ceremony. We thought we'd speak to a couple of the people who've come down here on this little bit of a chilly morning. Frank, good morning.
Hello, how are you today?
I would just like you to tell the people here in Lynbrook your involvement in soccer. I'd love you to start off about your relationship with the lovely young lady who sang today.
That's my daughter. That's my beautiful daughter who originally she used to play soccer with the Lynbrook East Rockaway team way back. And now she decided to be a singer, and she's done pretty good.
Well, I'm sure she was a good soccer player, but she is a wonderful singer. And thank you for bringing it down. And thank her for us, okay?
Also, I would like to say that this goes back to the Lynbrook Recreation Soccer Program way back, since 1973, when we started the original soccer program over here. And it was a great one. We started with 43 kids, and now we're up to 700 and some kids. So thank God for Lynbrook.
Frank, your involvement with soccer here in Lynbrook, tell us what you're doing now.
Right now, I train a couple of teams in Lynbrook, and I help out every way I can. This is my life. I do this 7 days a week. I'm also the middle school coach, Lynbrook North and South, and it's nice to be back in Lynbrook. It's beautiful here, and I want to thank everyone who helped out to do something for these young kids in Lynbrook. They kept me out of trouble, and and I love the game.
Are they still keeping you out of trouble, Frank?
Yes, it is. That's why I'm hanging out with the kids.
All right. So, Frank, thanks so much, and thanks for your volunteerism. Okay, we're going to move on now, and there's a few other people we want to speak to. Let's see. It's Lou, is it not?
It is Lou, yes.
It had to be Lou Michio?
Yes, that's how I was baptized.
And I know you have a certain a connection here with the field and Lynbrook sports and recreation. Could you tell our friends at home what that is?
Well, I think this, I'm on the Lynbrook Recreation Commission, and I believe that this is an unbelievable transformation of what we see here today in comparison to what we had before, and it's only because of the foresight of a guy like Mr. Kelly. I mean, it's just unbelievable. So let's keep going on the same path, and I'm sure all the children in Lynbrook are going to enjoy this and all the other things that are going to be done.
Well, that's great, and I agree with you. Kevin did a hell of a job, but I want to thank you and your commission and Dick Flynn as well for all they do for recreation and sports.
There's quite a number of dedicated people on that commission, and they do one wonderful job. But when you got people like Dick Flynn and Mr. Kelly working on a thing like this, wonderful.
Thanks, Lou. Thanks today, and I'm sure you came with one of the soccer participants. Can you tell us who that is?
Yes, my husband Carlos coaches the Mustangs today.
Okay, and you have a member on the Mustangs?
Yes, my son Jordan.
Jordan, and what position does he play?
Defense usually.
Oh, he's defense. And what do you think of having a nice field like this to play on?
This is good. This is really good for the kids. You know, it's kind of tight getting fields, so I know.
And the Mustangs are playing who today?
They're playing, not sure who they are.
Okay, the Bobcats, and who's going to win?
Us, of course, Mustangs.
The Mustangs. All right. Well, you've heard it here, everybody. Thanks for coming down.
Okay, thanks.
Go, Charlie! Eric, back!